Hey soul family, welcome back to the channel. This is the White Feather Tarot, and in today's reading we're taking a look at what's your current vibration attracting. To do this reading I will be pulling out 3 cards from this deck, but if you prefer to pick your pile or piles using your zodiac signs, you will find a timestamp for that down in the description box. And if you wish for Spirit to pick your pile today, you will also find a timestamp for that down in the description box. Otherwise, let's take a look at your cards for today's reading. For pile number 1, you've got the giant hogweed. For pile number 2, you've got the cannabis. And for pile number 3, you've got the stinging nettle. As always, if you prefer to pick your piles using your crystals, then let me add these right now. There we go. So for pile number 1, you've got the green grass Jasper. For pile number 2, you've got the green Aventurine. And for pile number 3, you've got the Malakite. So take a look at which one of these 3 piles you're the most drawn to, and this will be the pile for you here today. In case you feel drawn to more than one pile, maybe even all of the piles, trust your intuition. It's meant to take you to the readings that you are meant to know about or learn about in today's reading, specifically in knowing what your vibration is currently attracting. I'm so excited about today's reading and what it's going to reveal to the collective. And once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box, which will take you straight to your readings. And please note that in a moment, I will be assigning different zodiac signs to each pile. If this is something that you're not interested in, please pause the video and take as much time as you need. But if you prefer to pick your piles using your zodiac signs, welcome. This part of the introduction was created specifically for you so that you can do just that. And in a moment, after the shuffling, of course, I will be drawing out 4 signs for each pile. All right, so let's get straight into it. What is your current vibration attracting? Right, I think I have 4 signs here. Yes, 4 signs for pile number 1. 4 signs for pile number 2. And of course, 4 signs for pile number 3. Right, let's see what we've got. For pile number 1, your signs are Scorpio, Virgo, Aries, as well as Cancer. For pile number 2, your signs are Capricorn, Leo, Gemini, as well as Aquarius. And for pile number 3, your signs are Libra, Taurus, Sagittarius, as well as Pisces. So these are the zodiac signs and their association to each of the piles in today's reading. Please feel free to pick your pile or piles using your sun, moon, or rising. I highly recommend you check out the 3. Alternatively, if you prefer, of course, to pick your pile using any other placements in your chart, please feel free to do that. And once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box. Click on your timestamps and I will see you in your readings. Please note that the next section of the introduction is all about Spirit picking your pile. If you're interested in trying this out today, please stick around. If not, please pause the video and take as much time as you need. But if you prefer for Spirit to pick your pile, welcome. This part of the introduction was created specifically for you so that you can do that. And what I do every day is assign a different tarot card to each pile. The Magician presents pile number 1, the High Priestess pile number 2. Don't they look very similar? Like they both look like High Priestesses. Oh, that does look like a Magician. This does look like a High Priestess, and this does look like an Empress. Very cool. Anyways, so pile number 2 is represented by the High Priestess, and of course pile number 3 by the Empress. And what I like to do is shuffle them around continuously until one of them draws my attention, and I will know that it is your chosen pile. Oh, I'm becoming better at this every day. It's going to be, there we go, harder. Right, so your chosen pile, my dear soul family, is pile number 3. Right, so these were the different ways in which you can pick your pile in today's reading. I truly hope you've enjoyed them and that they brought you the clarity that you need to find your pile. Once you're ready, you'll find the timestamps down in the description box, which will take you straight to your readings. Click on your times and I will see you there. Hi, pile number 1. Welcome to your reading. Today, we're taking a look at what your current vibration attracting. What is your current vibration attracting? These are the decks that I'll be using for your reading today. If you're interested in knowing the names of any of them, you'll find that I always list them below for you guys. But very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful green grass Jasper. Your significator card is card number 17 with giant hogweed. It also has in/tolerance as the keyword. And of course, if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Scorpio, Virgo, Aries, as well as Cancer. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Okay, so let's begin and let's take a look at your oracle cards first and see what is your current vibration attracting. So you've got, ooh, that's powerful energy for sure. Mars in Sagittarius with domination. Right. You've got supreme order. There is something in your pile about winning over strong power, perhaps beliefs with the different religions here, like winning over a strong belief, like this monster could be a limiting belief, it could be fears, it could be shame, or yeah, like overcoming a belief, a strong belief that you had that either triggered fear or shame or incapability of doing something. Let's find out what this is attracting also for you. We'll find out the whole story in a moment. It's going to show everything, your cards, I'm sure. Are you kidding me? Can you see your cards? It's like always someone struggling and winning over someone. What? Right. So your Enneagram is the Revenge Enneagram with the keyword this under the category of disintegration. Very interesting. And the keywords here are requesting recognition, rejection of others, control, authoritarian, aggressiveness, as well as becoming indispensable. Very, very powerful. A little bit too much aggressive with the pictures here, but this is definitely, look, it feels like someone trying to regain control and authority over their lives, and there's like this becoming indispensable. But yeah, this is very aggressive, I must say. It could be describing, you know, they say healing isn't pretty. So I kind of feel like you had to tolerate with intolerance here a lot. Perhaps you didn't need to tolerate it, but maybe due to strong beliefs, you tolerated something. But now it looks to me like you're really overcoming it. You're like, I'm not, you're with the disintegration particularly, you're like, I'm not going to deal with this anymore. I'm not going to tolerate this anymore. So yeah, I'm definitely picking up on that sort of energy. And I wonder where this is taking you. We'll find out in a moment, and what this is attracting and in which area of your life this is. Maybe you're going through that, but maybe you don't even know. Unless the cards show you, you could be like, yeah, that's in that area of my life, I am doing that. So let's see. My goodness, you've got emergence. You're transforming. In fact, you're transmuting that energy, and you're using it to empower yourself and change and rise above what used to make you drown in what seems so much emotions. All right. Emergence. Very nice. I love this for you. You've got Sun in Aquarius with idealism. Aquarius, Sun in Aquarius, that's the mind. Makes me feel like there's a cleansing of the mind, an opening up of the mind, looking at the situation from an ideal perspective. Like, yeah, you're not limited by anything. You want to look at what's the ideal way to do this? What's the right way to do something? Wow, you've got the stars. And you know, the star card, this is not the star card, but it definitely does remind me of the star card, is associated again with Aquarius, which is like finding the right guidance. Also, it's a card of healing, by the way. So that could be the perspective that we're looking at. But in any case, let's see what you're attracting and the story, the full story. So you've got the Queen of Swords, the Five of Pentacles, you've got a lot of guidance here. You see the stars, if we look at it from the perspective of the stars card, is guidance. Here you can see the gnomes going, look this way. In fact, your gnome in your reading is talking about emergence, right? So I feel like your guidance was all about rise above this lack with the Five of Pentacles. You've got the guidance here against in the Queen of Swords. So I'm constantly seeing guidance. You've been perhaps receiving a lot of guidance, maybe. You've got the Page of Pentacles. Again, there's learning. The pages, Page of Pentacles. And the gnomes. You've got the Nine of Swords. Wow, the Nine of Cups. That's significant, Nine of Swords. Then the Nine of Cups. Happy birthday on the Nine of Cups. I feel like it's a new era in your life, a new you, thus a new birthday, a new you, a new era of your life, it seems. You've got, ooh, guidance again. Wow, we've got the Queen of Wands. Unbelievable. Right. And you've got, let's take this card. The Fool card. Definitely a new chapter. So, what's going on here? I can't help but definitely see for you that we were moving on the right track here. You are winning over, and I feel like the other figure is constantly representing this limiting belief, this monstrous limiting belief that lived rent free in your life, that you are adamant about overcoming these days, or maybe you have overcome these days. 17. I even mentioned it in the very beginning of the reading. I mentioned the number 17. Your card is number 17. And look, you've got the stars. Although the star card is not in your reading, I get it. I know why it's not in your reading, but it keeps referencing the star card, which is a card about a huge wish fulfillment. You've got the Nine of Cups, which is a card of wish fulfillment. But if we look at the star card, this is a major arcana. This is talking about the biggest wish that you have. So for this pile, you are definitely getting your biggest wish or your biggest dream coming true. It's not on the table because I believe perhaps you are in this process of emergence. It is happening. The universe has been pointing towards this emergence and trying to guide you to rise above this limiting belief for so long, trying to show you the right way to think about this with idealism, like the universe is much wider than with the Five of Pentacles, than the lack mentality that this shadow was keeping you stuck in. So there's something about you these days. I feel that you are currently going through this process, rising above this lack, and that you've been getting this learning about it. Perhaps you've been learning about it through your computer or things that you have. Oh, these aren't headphones. I thought that he was wearing headphones for a moment. But in any case, do you see the Nine of Swords here with the hands on the ear? And here, the ears are blocked. That's the second time you get this in your reading. So what I was trying to say is that for so long, maybe you were scared because that's the Nine of Swords, which means that this monster is representing fears, like deep-rooted beliefs that used to make you feel so scared. And when you were so scared, you couldn't receive this guidance, you couldn't hear, your power was weakened, and with the bats, you couldn't see. So you couldn't see, you couldn't hear, and your power was dimmed. Your power, although you're a powerful person, this is the ego, it was weakened. So now I see you're regaining your power back. I see you listening to the guidance, being excited about receiving the guidance. And it doesn't, of course, have to be on your computer or on a screen. That could be your phone. It could be you meditating in nature, receiving this guidance. In any case, putting the details, specific details aside, I do see that you're finally doing two things: listening to your guidance, and specifically something about you regaining your power by not repeating the mistakes that used to burn you. So with the fire, these could be triggers, these could be things maybe that you used to do that would hurt you. And so now you understand, although something maybe could be comfortable to do in the moment, it could hurt in the long term. Or maybe by facing your fears, it doesn't burn. Whatever this is saying, what I am seeing for sure is that you've understood what not to come near. You've understood where the dangers are, the behaviors that used to take away from your power with the Queen of Wands. You've understand what not to do, particularly that wouldn't take you down the path of fear, stress. You've understood not to repeat these limiting beliefs, not to believe these limiting beliefs. That's the sort of energy I'm seeing in your reading. And with the star card, with everything, not everything, but with a lot of your cards in your reading pointing particularly towards the star card that is not on your table yet, I do see with the happy birthday and the 9 of cups, which is the closest card we see to the star card, I'm seeing this is the beginning for you of this new chapter where you start manifesting this dream, where it starts happening. So think about it this way. It's a new chapter where if one would ask you, hey, how did this dream come true for you? You would begin telling your story from now. If you're watching this reading right now, it's the 25th of April, you would say, on the 25th of April, or maybe 26th of April, this happened, and so this happened, or maybe recently, something recently in 2025, if you're watching this year or any other year, it's a timeless reading. When you've watched this reading, somewhere around this time, you will start telling the story of how this was started manifesting for you right now with the Fool card. And this is all due a shift in your energy. You're starting a new life. The way you're behaving is attracting maybe the right people to you or the right circumstances to you energetically, as well as the right opportunities that you're attracting towards you for this major dream to come true for you. Now, this card just fell. I'm going to take it. I want to ask, what is this particular dream that started but is yet to happen for you, that you are currently attracting due to the emergence that you are currently going through because you're following the guidance finally? You're removing some form of lack mentality that's been the source of fear. Lack, that's the source of fear. Let me think. Lack, that's a sort of fear. And it's you not coming near this lack, like avoiding this lack mentality, I guess. You're like being guided not to think from this, and not to even come near these thoughts, like not follow these thoughts of lack mindsets. Yeah. Okay. So what is this grand wish that hasn't even appeared on the table yet, but your cards are alluding to? So you've got the Knight of Pentacles. Oh, look at that, from the Page of Pentacles to the Knight of Pentacles, which makes me think that you're going to start now either learning about how to create it or attract it to you, or maybe you're about to, oh yeah, we did say Page of Pentacles. We did say, which I noticed here in the Nine of Cups with the happy birthday, that you're going to start now, right? We went on and on about how this is the time where you would retell the story. It started from now, and you can see the seeds in the Knight of Pentacles. This wish is going to happen slowly but surely. But in any case, let's go back to answering the question of what this wish is. So you've got the Knight of Pentacles, you've got the Judgment card. It has to do with growth, because here there are seeds that are being planted. The Judgment card is all about rise. So something about growth. It could be personal growth, something that you wanted to be. That's definitely, I mean, it goes without saying with the emergence here. It could be financial growth with the Pentacle right there, as well as the Page of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. What else could it be? Let's see. Or with the an altar. Some of you maybe wanted to grow their spiritual gift. That's another energy I see. Anyways, let's see. You've got the Four of Wands. Again, there's the idea of rising. It's crazy. Rising. What am I not seeing? Rising. One more. Ten of Wands. Okay, well, thank you, Ten of Wands. I think I picked it up. this looks like a very busy woman to me. She's carrying a lot. It's the Ten of Wands, which is a card all about heaviness. She's holding the phone. She doesn't look too good. She feels like she's carrying a lot of worries and responsibilities. We did see the worry card here. So I am feeling like you are carrying a lot. So I'm starting to feel like your wish has to do with, oh, I wish I didn't have to carry this burden anymore. So you're carrying a particular burden that's not making you feel good at all every day. And so I'm starting to feel like your biggest wish has to do with rising above these worries to go towards the opposite, maybe energy, or to go towards what makes you happy. With the Four of Wands, is a card of celebration. So you want to rise to something that your heart desires. So if you were to ask me which wish, it's a wish that particularly will that will remove all of this heaviness that you're currently going through. Like you're tired with the Ten of Wands, you're scared with the Nine of Swords. And it could be, by the way, several energy of your life. And do note that sometimes when we vibrate the same energy, we have different types of experience, but at the end of the day, they are all similar, even if they are in different areas of our lives. And when we change our energy, we're surprised to see, although different energies in our lives change, but at the end of the day, they were all created due to the same vibration. And so, in that way, I would say actually, in your pile, the Star card is representing several wishes that weren't happening for you, but they weren't happening due to the universe or due to you needing to change this vibration in order to be able to attract it. That's the reading. What's your current vibration attracting? And so in your pile, seeing that there are carrots, tomatoes, what is that? I can't pick it up. In any case, you can see that this figure is planting many different things. I would say it's not just one thing that's coming true. It's several due to that change of vibration in your life, because both cards right next to each other are showing a rise. Judgment card, rise. The Four of Wands, rise. We even have the staircase here. I mean, the ladder. And then the Ten of Wands show us what type of energy is ending, causing all of these different rises. So I would say all of the areas in your life where you feel at the moment you are carrying a lot of responsibilities, you feel like you have a heavy heart, that's where you will recognize that your life is changing. So just to give you an example, let's say you feel 3 areas in your life that currently make you feel this heaviness. Let's say health, let's say wealth, let's say love, for example. In that case, your reading is pointing towards these particular energies, because as you're rising your frequency, they too are changing. And so in that way, whatever the heaviness and the load here is in the different areas of your life, I would say obviously they're tied to these major dreams. It's not just one. It's a new chapter, a new birth, a new you with happy birthday. I feel like this is a message from your guides. Happy birthday. You are growing. This is a new you with the Fool card. This is a new you. This is a new birthday, because your vibration is rising. You've been following the guidance super, super well. Yeah, look at this figure. It's opening a new door now. You're unlocking and opening a new door where several of your dreams are coming true. You are currently attracting it. You are currently ending this heaviness. It's going to offload because you're changing the vibration. You're learning not to come near specific things that you were guided not to come near. And with the Queen of Swords, it's all about the mind. It's all about the mind here, Aquarius. Even Sagittarius is all about, and the ninth house is all about philosophies and opening your mind as well. So this is you recognizing your limiting beliefs, you receiving the guidance, you being disciplined with it, with the Queen of Swords, you finding the power not to hurt yourself in the way you used to. It's a new you with the Fool card. And thus the Star card that's not on the table, but the cards are alluding to it, are showing you that this is where you will see these major changes, and these are the things that you are attracting in your life. And if you want to know, like we mentioned, ask yourself, where do I feel heavy in my life at the moment? So I also want to read out to you your significator card, the giant hogweed, because maybe it's going to show us something that we didn't pick up in your reading. We're going to read about the poison part and the antidote part. Right. It says it can be employed in healing and restorative spells, and is a plant that will quickly control the environment it is in. Interesting. It's like you're controlling your environment. Right, going back. So the poison. Hogweed is intolerant of other people's views and ways of doing things. They are loud and imposing and quickly take control in every situation. In fact, they are known as a bit of a control freak among friends and family, and are always trying to make sure things are taking place according to their rigid expectations. Tolerance is not their strong point. Hogweed will impose their desires on others to make sure everything goes their way. Let's take a look at the antidote. Hogweed can remind themselves that the following things are within their control: how they treat themselves and others, their thoughts and behaviors, their thoughts and behaviors, and how they choose to spend their time. Everything else is out of their personal control. So they can surrender the need of micromanagement and ask their higher self for the strength to be tolerant and compassionate, allowing others to sometimes be in charge. So I feel like you wanted control over something, and this control was due to a strong limiting belief that was making you feel scared. And the more you were scared, the more you let into this fear, the more you felt lack of control, and the more you perhaps did a lot of things that made your life feel heavier with the Ten of Wands. And I feel like what's going on now is that you're learning to let go. You're learning to take control of all of the things that you can take control over without trying to control your environment or control people. You're controlling yourself, and you are taking charge of what you can take control of and letting go. You're like, let it go. I feel like the guidance is here, like, let it go, let it go. Don't hurt yourself, let it go. You are obviously just dropping it, not going through the burn, the fear, and all of that. There's more, if you ask me, more peace of mind as opposed to the heaviness that you used to go through, and thus the new you. I feel like you're lighter and happier, and the more you're getting into this energy, you're clearing your mind in this way, doing what you can as the best you can, but at the same time just letting it go and releasing it. The less heavier you're going to feel, and the more you're going to rise, and the more that you are now beginning to plant these dreams into your life. Now, these are the things you are attracting. Does your reading say that you are getting these things right away? It's not right now, but you're in the process of getting it. I see as you're emerging, these are the seeds that you are planting. And like I told you guys, if you are going to one day retell the story of how you got these amazing wishes, it would start from now. You would say, well, I didn't get this wealth now, or I didn't meet this person now, or I didn't get this spiritual gift now, but I started noticing these, like sometimes I moved something, or sometimes the spiritual gift showed me something, or I got my first paycheck, for example, or I got my first this. What else did we say? Love. I met the friend that was going to introduce me to this person of my dreams, and so on and so forth. Your story begins now in that sense. But apparently, what is happening right now is that you're regaining your power first. You are obviously going, no, you're not gonna bully me, my shadow. I am taking control of you. I am going to be doing the best that I can, controlling the best that I can, and be disciplined there rather than burning myself out with the 10 of Wands of what I can't change. So you're learning to let go and take control of whatever that you can, and you're just starting with the 9 of Cups to enjoy your life. And there's the door, and the opportunities are beginning right now. So congratulate yourself, my dear pile number 1. You're finally out of this energy. As we speak, as you watch this reading, you are now getting out of this heaviness, rising, transmuting this energy, becoming stronger, very strong. And this is the beginning. And this is exactly what I see in your reading. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 1, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. Today we're taking a look at what your current vibration is attracting. So these are the decks that I'll be using in your reading today. If you're interested in knowing the names of any of them, you'll find that I always list them below for you guys. But very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful, this one as well moved, green Aventurine. Your significator card is the Cannabis. It's card number 15, and it has the keyword, the healer. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Capricorn, Leo, Gemini, as well as Aquarius. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. All right, I feel like we're meant to pick from this part right there, so I'll pull it out. And let's take a look at your oracle cards first. So, my dear pile number 1, you've got the Enneagram Perfection. It's under the category of Essence, and the keywords are experience, integration, accepting others, growth, balance, various visions, as well as mistake acceptance. And it's also interesting that it's card number 100. I feel like it's giving the energy of 100%, seeing the healer and 100, as well as experience integration. I don't know, I get this intuitive feeling, idea that you've healed something 100%, like you've completely integrated something, maybe. Let's see. So you've got the lost dreamer. You've got river. Did get a lot of oracle cards, I must say. You've got seasons. You've got Jupiter and Virgo with patience. Mars and Virgo with criticism. Mercury in Pisces with inspiration. And finally, you've got Saturn in Aquarius with eccentricity. Interesting cards, I must say. I have an idea that maybe with criticism here could be self-criticism, and with eccentricity it could be something about you integrating a part of you that maybe you felt was weird or out of place or didn't fit in or something. With patience here and integration, I have this idea that you've healed, because this figure is holding their tail, like integrated, claimed a part of themselves that maybe they couldn't claim before. Just an initial impression. Yeah, I feel like there's definitely an integration, because this is the number 6, this is the number 6, this is 12. We get the idea of some powerful integration, and yeah, to perfection, like you fully integrated something. And with seasons, this is leading to a new season in your life. And with Lost Dreamer, this is attracting a wild dream to you that you maybe didn't even dare. With Lost Dreamer here, maybe you didn't dare dream it. Or with Lost Dream, you used to dream it, then perhaps somewhere along the way, you started criticizing yourself, feeling like you couldn't get it, so it became a lost dream. And now you dare to dream again, maybe. Very interesting. Right. So I understand that in this reading, when we're talking about what you're currently vibrating, I understand why we get to see what you've changed, how this is changing your energy. So that I understand. I do see in your case it has to do about integrating a part of yourself that maybe you used to criticize yourself for. Now I see more patience. Like, what does patience mean? It means, in my opinion, that it's not like you are settling for who you wanted to become. Maybe this is still a part of you, although you've integrated and accepted. You're like, now that you've accepted it, you're able to grow into, finally, into the person that you wanted to grow into. You wanted to who you wanted to become. Now with inspiration and this person dancing freely, I have this idea that you've accepted yourself. You're becoming more of your true authentic self. You've embraced this part of yourself that you maybe didn't want to see about yourself before, didn't accept. There's more patience here. You're like, it's okay. It's okay that this is not exactly how, it's not in alignment with how maybe I want to be, but I have fully accepted. To the point where here you can see this full integration. This is me. I'm going to enjoy being this weird. And with this type of energy, we always see someone who shines in a unique way, that brings into the world a unique spice that the world would have never known about unless they're standing in their true authentic self. Like, for example, if I give you a quick example, let's say we talk about looks and who's attractive and who's not. For example, there are different types of attractive people. There even different styles. There are like people who fall under the category of cute. Some fall under the category of feminine. Some fall under the category of, I don't know what it's called, sensual, and so on and so forth. And so each one has their own flavor, and it is so amazing. But this type needs to evolve in order to show. So there's something about you here, my dear pile number 2, of you going into full healing, full integration, and that's changing the energy in your life, there's something about you bringing your uniqueness, you seeing first your own uniqueness. Mercury and Pisces, your communication, you who you are, the energy you bring into the world is starting to show. Yeah, and that leads to you finally reconnecting with a dream that you forgot about. It starts becoming possible here. So let's see how. Oh, we started this one, I guess. So you've got the Ace of Pentacles. Right, it's definitely a new season in your life. You've got the Judgment card. You can clearly see that you're rising above something, you're growing as a person, you're becoming more aware. You're listening to yourself, listening to your shadow as well, very well. You're welcoming it, you're seeing what it needs, you're not pushing it away, you're listening to it, and that's when you rise. Right. You've got, wow, right off the bat, you've got the Nine of Cups. So right away, your reading is showing us, as you are integrating the shadow, simultaneously, a wish starts appearing in your life. It starts becoming true. You know, this combination of integration and wish was also in pile number one. So I would say if you were drawn to pile number one, I highly recommend it. It's perhaps for some of you like an expansion of your reading. And there's something about acceptance. You're going through a phase of acceptance. Accepting yourself, accepting others, finding your balance. This is true healing there. The river, cleansing. Right, let's continue. So you've got the Seven of Pentacles. Ooh, you've got the King of Cups with Crackus. Okay, so it tells me when it comes to your wish with the Seven of Pentacles here, that it's been actually in the making for quite some time with the Seven of Pentacles, that dream. Although maybe you lost this dream or you let it go, but that doesn't mean that it was working out for you anyway. Like, I'm foreseeing for you that in this new season of your life, you'll be quite surprised to see this wish appear in your life and realize, oh my God, this has been brewing for me. And you know why I say brewing? Because here you've got Ninkas, yes, Ninkas, the Sumerian goddess of beer. So do you see, there is something's been brewing for you, and you're about to celebrate it now. It's been working out for you, and you will see, oh my God, my wish is about to come true because it's been working out for me. So let me give you just this quick example that I thought about. It just hit my head. Let's say you've always wanted to have a child, right? So it was your dream one day. Maybe your doctor told you for one reason or the other, due to some health issues, perhaps told you that you can't. And so you let it go. Now, you're going through all this growth that we just discussed, and you're accepting yourself, you're accepting others, and suddenly you feel like not yourself. For one reason or the other, you get a test, you realize, oh my God, I am pregnant, or my spouse is pregnant, or my girlfriend, anyone, we're pregnant. So you're thinking, how did that happen? And your doctor tells you or tells your partner, actually, this has been, I see an improvement in whatever was causing this issue, because it's healed now. So the reason you or your spouse is pregnant in the example that we're looking at is because this actually has been improving for such a long time for you. So although you lost this dream for a long time, it didn't give up on you. With the Seven of Pentacles here and the brewing in the Nine of Cups. And I foresee for you massive emotions of happiness that you're gonna go through as you hold this wish and go, oh my God, I can't believe I get to have this wish, because obviously you thought you just can't. And I say that because with Krakus, you know how Krakus moves the sea and thus it moves the waves on the surface, giving me an idea of emotions being moved in a massive way, deep emotions being moved. King of Cups is happiness as well. So Nine of Cups, happiness, wish fulfillment, also emotional fulfillment. So I see a lot of emotional. I almost foresee that you are crying due to happiness. You can't believe this wish has come true. And like I said, there's something about you realizing that this has actually been going on for quite some time. And you see how the rivers, again, emotions, by the way, do you see how the rivers are meandering and always curving a new path? I feel like at the moment, what you're attracting is a new path. I see your path twisting. I'm even seeing extreme shift happening in your path. Right. So this is so far what I see in your cards. Let's continue and see the rest of your cards. You've got the Three of Pentacles. I believe we'll understand more about what you're attracting. So you've got the Three of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, and you can see here the Minotaur. Interesting. Right. I feel like you've done something that very few people are able to do, something heroic that only very few people are able to do when it comes to the healing. Or maybe this is talking about your wish. Your wish is going to be achieved in a way that only few people get to have or achieve. We'll find out. Too early. Let's wait. You've got the Justice card, right? You've got the Six of Pentacles. Looks like the boba tree. Something is staying with you forever. Boab tree. The boab tree, I believe, is how it's said. I'll check it now. You've got the Queen of Cups. And I'll put these under the Justice card because of the balance here. Right. We'll check them out in a moment. But what are you attracting, my dear pile number 2? What are you attracting? Three of Pentacles, some form of collaboration. And I would say it's a collaboration because with the story of the Minotaur, it was a collaboration for Theseus to win over the Minotaur with the help of course, his lover, the king's daughter. So there is collaboration with the Three of Pentacles, for sure. Collaboration that allows you to become a hero. Oh my, you're really gonna love this. King of Cups, Queen of Cups. Whoa, you're gonna love this. Of course you are. It's your lost dream. Now, the interesting thing is the Six of Pentacles. It's a card that has the scales. Maybe not this particular one, but I know that it's a card, of course, that has the scales. And the Justice card has the scales. And then we have 2 cards here. There's something about scales which makes me feel like you're not going to get one part of something but lose an advantage, whatever advantage, the pros and the cons. When we look at something, we say, oh, I'm getting this amazing thing. The pros are this, but the cons are this. And so on and so forth. I'm getting an idea that you're not going to see the King of Cups, the Queen of Cups, the masculine energy, the feminine energy. I feel like you're not going to get one thing without the other. You're not going to have to like take the pros of something without the cons. I feel like you're getting both. There's a balance here when it comes to this dream. So let's say, for example, your lost dream is something that where they would tell you, "Ooh, you get to have that," but most people who have that, they lose their health over time. That's not going to happen with you. You're going to get that and you're going to have great health. Or they would tell you, "Oh, you get to have that, like you get to have wealth, but you're not going to have maybe a lot of time to enjoy it." But no, with you, you're going to have the wealth and the time. These are just quick examples on top of mind. Let's say, what else? Like you get to be successful, but there's like jealousy that comes with that. No, that's not. You're gonna get admiration with that, or appreciation, let's say, with that. So I don't know what your dream is, but if you're worried when it comes to your dream that something is gonna come, but you might lose. Oh, like being famous, for example, is another thing. Being famous makes you lose your freedom. No, in that case, I don't know how that's going to work, but you get my point. You're not going to lose one thing for the other. Yeah, you're going to have both sides of the scale when it comes to this dream. And I see your path now changing as you're watching this reading. And I see that you're about to receive, because here with the 100, you've already integrated this in your pile. So I don't know if you should watch pile 1, but again, like I always say, only you will understand your message. So again, if you're drawn, yes, why not? But again, moving to your reading itself, I see that you've integrated your shadow, and now things are going to change right now for you. You're at this liminal time where you're about, or you're in between, 1 foot in, 1 foot out, maybe right now. And you're about to hear great news or observe something, or something is going to happen in your life that's always been brewing for you, that's going to make you feel so emotional, so happy, because you thought you were never going to have it. You're changing as a person. I feel like there's a correlation here of how when you've harbored yourself, the world or the universe harbored you, or the world or your wish harbored you. So there's something like that, because it was all you, even this wish. So back here, you're collaborating with someone soon, right away, now, soon. And both of you will be overcoming something big. And I see people clapping for you. You're a hero here. Wow, amazing. I see a lot of clapping. I see hero, someone being a hero. I see people clapping. I see clout, with the judgment. I feel like word of mouth, or people being amazed, talking about you. That's part of your reading here, or talking about what happened. You're seen as a hero. Everybody's talking about what happened, about this event. I see you see the 2 again. Although this is the 6 of Pentacles, we know that it has to do with the scales, but I see you holding both sides. You're like, I get to have this and this. Like, I get to have my cake and eat it. So you're getting both aspects, both elements that usually people don't have when it comes to this type of wish. So the last two cards here under the Justice card are the Knight of Cups. The amount of court cards with the cups is just crazy. You're really gonna love this. Knight of Cups. Ooh, and the Hermit. You know, this is the Bigfoot, the what is it called? The Yeti. The Yeti. That's there. Well, many claim that they've seen the Yeti. Most people don't believe in the Yeti. There's something about, see, complete disbelief of the existence of something that might be there. And it's huge. Like, how can you miss a Yeti? Right? But maybe you didn't see it, so why would you believe something that you didn't see? But it was always there. So I would say it's right there with you somehow, but you didn't recognize yet that it's there. And something about this collaboration with someone that will allow you, remember with the story of Theseus, with the thread, will allow you to trace it. Because it's there, it will allow you to trace it. Something about this collaboration will help you trace. This collaboration is taking you to a place you didn't go to before. Because here we see Anubis, the ancient Egyptian god Anubis, who's the guardian between this world and the underworld. So we get this idea that you're going somewhere. This collaboration is taking you somewhere that you didn't dare to go to, or maybe you thought was scary or something. So you're doing something daring here. Do you see? There's the theme of something daring. And then when you go do this daring thing during that collaboration, you see the Yeti. You win over the Minotaurs, metaphorically speaking. You win over your fears, perhaps. You overcome something that maybe most people can't, if not everyone. And that event presents you right there and then with whatever you always wanted, proving to you that you could have always had this dream. It was just waiting for you to trace and go and get it yourself. So it looks like this is how it's happening. Once you catch it, you get both benefits. So again, how is it going to happen? Through a collaboration. And through this collaboration, it dares to take you somewhere with a fire here that you didn't dare step into. Yes, you know, it looks like it's outside of your comfort zone. And maybe even outside of, or maybe it's not outside of most people's comfort zone. Maybe a lot of people stepped into it, but they didn't make it. There's something about you stepping into it, winning at it, everyone clapping and going, wow, oh my God, did you see what pile number 2 did there? Do you know that they won over the Minotaur? Did you know that they found the Yeti? Metaphorically speaking, everyone's like, wow, how did you do that? Then you get the opportunity right there and then. So I would kindly ask you to pay attention to that, because this is starting right now in your life. I feel like this collaboration is taking place right now in your life. Ace of Pentacles, new chapter. You're at this liminal time. Your path is currently taking this turn. And maybe if we take a look at your significator card, the cannabis, and we see the poison, did I? Oh, no, I didn't. And we see the poison part as well as the antidote. It will be able to tell us exactly where this is taking place, or it will be able to pinpoint the energy much more, I think. But let's see. So the poison, it says the disempowered cannabis is easily overwhelmed and suspicious of everyone. The mindset of which is partly because they have a habit of playing the victim. They are stuck in childhood wounds and tend to overreact to many things, citing a painful past, prone to self-pity and asking, why me? Cannabis believes the world owes them a living. They give their power away by too often identifying with their human ego and forget that they are a limitless shining spirit. So I believe this part is talking about the lack of integration here, that could have been caused by a childhood wound where you were stuck with this criticism, this voice that didn't allow you to see the unique part of yourself, the beautiful part of yourself, but rather saw it as something odd or weird, although it's a beautiful, beautiful part of you. So the antidote, and forget that they are a limitless shining spirit, and that's what's going on here for sure. So the antidote, cannabis has the potential to become a powerful healer once they have completed their shadow work, which is what we saw throughout the reading. You have completed, it seems, in this pile. But for now, they are stuck in habitual responses like a recording on repeat. So long as you were on repeat, you were stuck in the past season or that current season. But for now, they are stuck in habitual responses like a recording on repeat. They can do the following things with intention, which will start the healing process. Shine a light on all the yucky stuff, such as the shadows, so that they may be brought to the surface to be healed. Stop defining themselves by their past and release the wounds from childhood, and understand that they and they alone are responsible for their life. These processes will release cannabis from feeling overwhelmed and usher them into a new way of being as a healer. And understand that they and they alone are responsible for their life. Okay, so it means that stepping into this outside of your comfort zone is something that you couldn't dare before due to a wound in the past. And now that you're like, yeah, fine, it's okay. You're accepting here. You're going, yeah, so what? The two parts of you. You're like, I have these awesome things about me, and I have this thing, this different thing about me that I accept. Maybe it's not yet in its best capacity, but I accept it. I love it. I'm gonna be me unapologetically, and that's okay. And as you're integrating this shadow and saying, hey, give me your hand, I'm holding on to you, I choose you, you're stepping into a new chapter. Now, as you accept this part of yourself, now maybe the Three of Pentacles is an invitation to do something with someone, by the way. But in any case, now, or maybe now that there is collaboration, you feel like, hey, I can step into this scary place since I'm not alone. I'm doing it with others. This could be a class, by the way. The Three of Pentacles could be a collaborative class, but it doesn't have to be. In any case, I feel like you've got other people with you here stepping into the fire, like the rite of passage. Many people trying to achieve something. And I feel like because you've got that encouragement, you're going to be stepping into this scary place outside of your comfort zone and coming out like a hero. Now, how can something be brewing for you? Maybe all of the circumstances for you to win this or figure this out or find this that easily, that's what's been brewing in the background. So maybe without this, you could have like stepped outside of your comfort zone, clapped for yourself for being able to go through something that you couldn't go through before, but you may not have necessarily made the achievement that one would expect, right? Like many others before you, by the way, seeing the mini tour story, yeah. But with whatever's brewing in the background, it's like opportunity meets chance, or preparation meets chance, meets luck. Preparation meets luck. So you step outside of your comfort zone, you do something that you would have otherwise thought of as scary. Yeah, are you supported by others around you? Yeah, but you're daring to do it anyways. And with that, you will discover that so many things are working in your favor. These two together give you the opportunity to achieve your dreams. You know what this reminds me of? The example of a beauty pageant competition, and how in our day and age we've expanded our understanding of what beauty is. So you have a variety of different beautiful people in the competition that may not have been part of it before. Like, for example, you see a beautiful girl, genuinely beautiful girl with, what is it called? Vitiligo. And she's part of the competition and she wins. Or someone who is very beautiful but could have been perhaps has special needs in an area. And you see all these amazing people that we otherwise wouldn't have been able to see. Some of them win, some of them don't. But all I'm trying to say is that we've expanded our mind to what beauty is, and may the best beautiful person inside out win, right? So if for that person in that case, that's what's been brewing. It makes them possible to achieve that particular dream. And in that sense, all that I'm trying to say is that you step outside of your comfort zone these days. Be careful, this is happening these days. You're stepping outside of your comfort zone, you're doing something bold, but whatever has been brewing here assists you to actually achieve it. I see clapping, I see people talking about you, I see you going, oh my God, that's scary. I never thought that powerful part of myself existed, or that dream existed. I thought it was impossible. But yeah, it's offered to you right away. And yeah, as we've seen here, you get to have all aspects, not one thing or the other. And that, my dear pile number 2, is exactly what I see in your reading. Would you like to see very quickly what you're tapping into these days? Because I bet that's what's on your mind now. You're like, what am I getting into? Are you allowed to know, first of all, before I do something that... are you allowed to know? Yeah, why not? Go ahead, 6 of Wands. You're absolutely allowed. Right, so what are you stepping into these days outside of your comfort zone? 8 of Pentacles. I have something to tell you. Whatever this is, with the 8 of Pentacles, you've already mastered it. Maybe you just don't know that you have. But there's something about your card, seeing the 6 of Wands and the 8 of Pentacles, that says that you've definitely already mastered this energy. Maybe it's the first time you're going to do it, but you've already mastered it. High Priestess. Well, there's a part of it with the High Priestess. Look, the High Priestess is revealing its mask. So I would say there is part of it that you will get to know in this reading right now. And there's a part of it that you will find out in its time. What you're meant to know about what you're stepping into these days is whatever with the 8 of Pentacles you've already been practicing. You've already been working very hard towards. And with the 6 of Wands, you've seen some success already. maybe not in as bold as it will be in due time, but you've already been training. So, like, for example, if we look at the ballerina, I would say this is saying for a ballerina, you've been practicing so much in your studio with your dance trainer to succeed at a competition. You've already seen yourself make these moves so well. Like, what's going to be different if you've mastered it in the studio and you've seen yourself being able to do it so well? Maybe you're afraid you won't be able to do it in with so many other talented ballerinas. But this is saying, don't worry, you've already mastered it. When you get into that energy, you're going to win. You're going to win. And there's a lot of clapping here. So that's an example of an energy. Where is it? It's in the area where you've practiced the most, where you've already seen yourself succeeding here and there. You've seen yourself mastered it, but maybe it didn't sink in with the high priestess. Like, there's a part of you that maybe can't believe that you'll make it in the actual competition, you know? But you've already won it. Maybe it's hard for you yet to grasp it. Maybe there was a voice that was for so long saying you can't. But this will shock you. You're going to get into something and it will prove to you once and for all that you got this. And there we go. The Yeti exists. You win it. You are offered it, or you take it, and the rest is history. And my dear pile number 2, this is exactly what I see in your reading. I truly hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 2, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye! Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. Today we're taking a look at what's your current vibration attracting at the moment. So these are the decks that I'll be using. If you're interested, of course, in knowing the names of any of them, as always, you'll find that I list them down for you in the description box. But very quickly, let me introduce your pile to you. Your crystal is the beautiful Malakite. Your significator card is the Stinging Nettle with the keyword rethink, restriction. And if you've picked your pile using your zodiac signs, then in that case, the signs for this pile are Libra, Taurus, Sagittarius, as well as Pisces. Welcome to your reading. If these are not your signs, please don't worry about it. It's just another way for others to pick their piles as well. Okay, so let's begin with your oracle cards first and take a look at what you're currently vibrating, or what your vibration is currently attracting, my dear pile number 3, and we'll complete it with your tarot cards. Okay, so you've got the Enneagram Sincerity. Wow. With under the category of virtue, and the keywords are authenticity, honesty, truth, veracity, integrity, directness. Lovely. Okay. Rethink, restriction. Right. You know, pile number 2 had authenticity as part of their reading. I would say if you're drawn to pile number 2, I highly recommend it. You've got call to change. Right. You've got Moon in Capricorn with practicality. And you've got Mercury in Sagittarius with discovery. You've got fractals, as well as entropy. Interesting. Okay. Let's take a look at your tarot cards. looks like it's this section in the middle right there. So you've got, starting off the reading with the Hierophant. Okay, Discovery, the 9th house with the Hierophant. Interesting. You've got the Queen of Cups. The 6 of Pentacles. Look at that. One hand reaching out to the other. Very interesting. Okay. You've got the 6 of Cups. You've got a lot of hands in your reading, I must say. The Page of Pentacles. Ooh, the Empress. And for now we stop there due to space. And let's take a look at what's going on here. What's your current vibration attracting, my dear pile number 3? Moon and Capricorn, this is hard work. I see this is hard work. Learning to deal with chaos, entropy, fractals. I feel like some form of chaos created ever-ending cracks. Like this pile gives me the idea that they have turned lemon into lemonade, and maybe even turned it into a project along the way with the Page of Pentacles and practicality. But in any case, you can clearly see that there was a huge chaotic situation that was a call for you to change. This situation seems to have shattered with fractals so much in your life. I see you have gone through the dark night of the soul. You can see that in a moment your whole world shattered and changed. You can see the tomb here, the ancient Egyptian tomb, which gives me a feeling, because the tombs are only created, by the way, for the kings and the queens. So I'm picking up on the idea that you lived a rather unique life. You were seen as a very unique person, or very privileged in one way or the other, at least in the past. And suddenly something shattered, perhaps broke you to pieces, or broke your world as you know it into pieces. And I see your world changed all of a sudden at some point. You started living in an entirely different world. But it was your wake-up call with call to change. I'll tell you why well, you already know with the Page of Pentacles. You've turned that lemon into lemonade. You can see with the 6 of Cups, it's suggesting that this is something that happened a long time ago. Old memory, this one. Yeah. But this was your wake-up call to start learning about your emotions. Also with the Queen of Cups, start learning about who you are. I heard what you represent in my mind. I don't know why and how that makes sense, but that's what I heard. You've learned about your talents, what you're good at, who you are as a person, the sort of vibration, emotional healing as well with the Queen of Cups. So it led to balance. So I would say this chaotic situation was a call for change, and it was your teacher to help you maybe even heal something, not just from the past, but maybe even before that, in your childhood, like an absolute cleanse, not just of this particular situation, but that situation happened to cleanse something even from childhood. And the reading is taking us to what this is currently attracting, what your vibe is currently attracting. But let's take it how the reading is choosing to show it, bit by bit. So yeah, I see you having worked very hard and over seasons as well, with the plants and the parts of the lands here, since land changes its crops in different seasons. Like they plant this part and then they give it a break and so on. All I'm trying to say is that you've worked hard in seasons, over time. Hard worker, this pile. Worked hard to go through this chaos. But why do you have sincerity and why do you have discovery? Oh yes, discovery is because this particular chaotic situation, yes, of course, has taken you down the rabbit hole with Sagittarius, to you understanding about your emotions, about yourself. It helped you pick yourself back up, especially from pains of childhood or something, to heal something from childhood. And you beautifully were able to, it was like your wake-up call, and you were able to use this energy, this lemon, and turn it into lemonade. You've done something marvelous. I would say with this particular Empress, you were able to use this energy, and you're now shining bright with the Empress. This is a beautiful Empress. You're able to shine bright, you're glowing, you're abundant as well. So this pile, you're either abundant or you are on the verge of glowing and becoming abundant. Sincerity. We'll find out in due time. But authenticity could be it. Let's wait. Let's not jump into conclusions. Right, so you found your balance, emotional balance. And although you've gone through many seasons of trying to follow that call to change, and since this chaos has broken so much, but it's good that it's broken so much, in the sense, of course, I mean, that it was able to do this cleansing. It allowed you to see beyond what happened in childhood, to heal emotions at the core, not just deal with it on the shore surface. Yeah. So perhaps that crack, although it could have been super painful, it allowed you to rethink. Where before you used to live with your restrictions, rethink restriction here shows that something was shattered to allow you to see what's beneath it, clean, do the cleansing, figure things out, and rebuild things properly. So, profound story short, I see with the Empress card here is that who you're becoming, your glow up, as well as your abundance, is very unique with the golden eggs. So what is pile number 3 attracting with the Empress? Please, I'll pick up 2 cards. 1, Justice, finding your balance, balance for sure. Finding your balance. This is leading to great health. So that could be physical health, emotional health, mental health, even your aura around you. I would say this is translating to attractiveness, seeing the balance and Empress. Anything else? Wheel of Fortune. You're becoming very fortunate and wealthy. So that was clear. Very straightforward answers, right? This could be also integrating light with the shadow. That's another thing as well. And also changing your destiny with the Justice card. Okay. Well, we've got two more cards. Let's explore them before we continue with the reading. So, what else? Page of Wands. You're now embarking on a new exciting journey. It's a new chapter in your life. A continuation of the path you're already on, but it's taking you to faraway places, new places that you haven't explored before with the Page of Wands. New page, new exploration, new fun. And there's a surprise that you're not meant to know in your cards today. But there's more than that. There's beauty, there's wealth, there's a new exciting path on the path you're already in, and there's more, but you'll find out in due time. Okay, amazing. I love this for this pile. I know there is more because I still didn't pick up on what the sincerity is trying to say. Maybe when we read your significator card, we'll be able to find out more. So the plan is that I'm going to continue with your tarot cards to find out more about how this vibration that you're attracting, this Empress vibration, how is it going to begin, what you can expect next in your life, how this is all going to run down. So I'm going to place your deck here so we know we're doing that. But before we move on with that, let's just wrap up the past part properly so that we understand the present and the future. So let's read very quickly, like 2 sentences here and there. It's a small guidebook about the nettle, number 10, and see both the poison and the antidote. So the poison of the nettle is: a stinging nettle has decided to cut a few things from their diet in a bid to become healthier. It all starts innocently enough. For the first few weeks, their willpower is strong, and it's going so well they decide to restrict a few more items. Then the restriction becomes a game to see how long they can stretch the time between meals. Stinging Nettle's world becomes a narrow focus of restraint and never quite feeling full enough. But they think about food all the time. Meals out with family and friends become joyless tasks, filled with anxiety because restriction has led to obsession. Right, so that's the poison. Let's take a look at the antidote. So, the human body is such a clever machine, knowing intuitively when and what to eat and when to stop. Taste buds become dulled once the stomach registers fullness. Restrictive diets don't give long-term results, and constraint and control around food steals joy and comes at too high a price. Stinging Nettle can rethink restriction and relax into the idea that their body knows best. And if they let it guide them, then hunger and fullness become second nature. Weight doesn't necessarily correlate to health. One of the delightful things about having a corporeal body, I'll check that in a moment, is the full enjoyment of food and drink while on earth. So I feel like there was an unhealthy relationship. It could be literal for some of you, it could be literal with food, but it started here at childhood. And maybe you were restricting it, or maybe you didn't know how to deal with this need or joy, something that it's like a coping mechanism. Something in childhood gave you pleasure, and that was a coping mechanism for other difficult things that you were going through. It has become something you loved, and so you've developed, without realizing, maybe a toxic relationship with something. So that could be food, love, that could be some form of art or watching television. I don't know. It could be anything. It really could be anything. But at some point in your life, things shattered, and it has really awoken you. It taught you so much about your emotions and how to work hard towards what you want. And maybe here you've done the extreme. Maybe you've restricted too much that which you used to love. And there's something about balance. Balance. That's why you kept getting the Justice card and the Six of Pentacles. There's something about balance. It's not about using it as a coping mechanism, and it's not about restricting it either. It looks like you found some balance. Perhaps this is why you have sincerity here. It's like not being extreme with something and realizing the truth about things, rethinking this restriction, and being honest with yourself about the root cause, understanding what's behind it so that you heal that instead of being too focused on this particular coping mechanism, becoming understanding the truth, about the situation, learning more about it. And so when you deal with this particular thing, it's not going from one extreme to another, but I feel like you're finding your balance now. You're enjoying it, but you understand also what lies beneath, and you're working on that. You found the emotional center, the emotional balance, the achiever. You were able to achieve whatever driving force was behind this coping mechanism. You were able to heal it, let's say. Yeah, you really did change in this pile. Call to change. You really did change, and you worked hard. And in your efforts to work hard, you went to the other extreme. So from one extreme to the other extreme. And that's a normal process for you to find your center. You've rediscovered yourself. You asked yourself the important emotional questions. Who am I? What do I love? What am I inspired to do? You're thinking about you now with the Queen of Cups. So this could be representing self-love. This could be representing healing this childhood pain and giving nurture to yourself, giving nurture to your inner child. This could be you reaching out to your inner child, learning more about them, hearing them out, and helping them emotionally. You really did work hard at the end of the day. It's very clear in this pile. And you found your truth. You really found your truth. You found what matters. You've understood what matters. And thus, now it's only a matter of time because you're working in the right direction. You are putting the efforts in the right place. So it's only a matter of time for this pile. Right. So let's see what your current vibe now is attracting with the Empress. Right. So how are things going to happen for you these days? So you've got the Queen of Pentacles. Ooh, such a nice Queen of Pentacles. You've got, the Knight of Wands. I don't know. I have a feeling here that what I'm about to say is very specific based on the cards, but then I will tell you how else it could be read. So for someone here, maybe you're about to open your own business in the comfort of your own home that will lead to a lot of wealth. The nice thing about this is that this is something you are very excited about. This is something that you love and you enjoy doing. How else could it be? It doesn't have to be doing your own business at home. That was the specific part. But I do see, yes, it has to do with work, partly has to do with your work and abundance and wealth. It could be your goals. It doesn't have to be your work if you're not working. But all I'm seeing is that I see you right now beginning to enjoy your life, beginning to do something that you're excited about, that you love doing. You're not forcing yourself to be disciplined towards something, but you're rather enjoying it. Hold up. Is this saying that your story and the things you've gone through, are they related to what you're doing now? Not necessarily. I might not be right about this, or I could be right. It doesn't have to be, no. It's just that these two are both doing their own business. So could this be suggesting that you're opening your own business? Perhaps. Whether this or not, I certainly see that you're going to start enjoying your life with the Queen of Pentacles. You're going to be working hard, yes, but now you're going to be working hard to enjoying it rather than working hard because it's arduous. Now you're enjoying it. It's what you can't wake up to do with the Knight of Wands. You can't wait to do this. Oh, you've got the Page of Cups. It's one of the sweetest Page of Cups. So there's a different vibe here. You're doing what you love. You're excited about it. You feel loved. You feel appreciated. You feel you love your life. Yeah, Empress energy. Also, maybe this is talking Knight of Wands and Page of Cups for some of you. This could be new beginning for romantic love as well. So that could be both business or work or achieving goals, enjoying it, as well as romantic love. So take it how it resonates for you. You've got the Three of Swords, and we're about to answer the question, how is it going to begin, in a moment. So you've got the Three of Swords. Healing. You're fully healing the past. Yeah, you're putting the pieces back together. You're healing and getting back up with full health. So you're glowing. Nine of Swords. Yeah, healing the things that used to hurt your mind, because look at the pills here. So healing the sadness, healing the stress, healing the anxiety. There's so much going on. So personal healing, love, as well as doing something that you enjoy. Now, to answer the question, how is this all going to begin? What's going to happen? What's going to happen? Two offers, Knight of Wands. You're getting two offers. An offer in the area of things that you enjoy doing, things that you enjoy creating with the Empress, that will lead to great abundance right away. And you will be offered love. So if you're already in a relationship, that Page of Cups could be even like having a child. Maybe that's what you're looking forward to next. If not, it could be a friend, you know. Pages are friends. Page of Cups particularly. They show you a relationship between the Page of Cups and a fish, its pet. So it could be friendship. It could be the beginning of new love, a romantic love. It could be, what else did we say? Love, romance, or having a child. Yeah, exactly. So expect these two offers up next right away in your life. And expect that you will continue to bring the pieces together that broke once. You're bringing them together. So yeah, we know there's healing. There's a healing aspect here. So continue to Expect that you will continue to work on your healing simultaneously. And as you do that, you're really glowing and transmuting that energy, turning that lemon into lemonade. So that's a continuous process. With 93, I feel like you're already there, 93% there, only 7% to go. So you've taken the long shot already. Up next, because we asked how is it going to happen, what's happening right away, how are things happening? We see the two offers, and I see at the same time that you're continuing to work and glow. The more you work, the more you transmute that energy, heal it from the past, find your balance, and you're glowing. And the more you do that, the more your vibe is attracting more love towards you, as well as more abundance and the energy of creation, which is the Empress. That's what you keep getting. So I see you journeying, the new journey. There's also, remember, more to come, by the way. There's more to come. There's an exciting journey. I would say this is the new love or the new friend. And there's fortune, a change in destiny. And it looks like it's in the area of your work or goals. And many, many more to come in due time. The more you heal, obviously, the more you heal. But to finish off your reading and to help you continue in vibrating what you're attracting at the moment, any guidance that you have with regards to the putting the pieces back together, this beautiful job that you're doing, any guidance there? The Tower card. Judgment. Strength card, as well as the Ten of Wands. There's something about accept chaos, because chaos liberates you. It makes you free. Don't hate it. Don't hate chaos. There's a quote about how chaos is. Hold on, I think. Let me look for it. There we go. When you face difficult times, know that challenges are not sent to destroy you. They're sent to promote, increase, and strengthen you. So that's what I am seeing here. Going through something chaotic may feel super heavy at the moment, but it's here to make you stronger for the long haul. It's coming to take care of you. It's happening for you and not against you. So I'm getting the guidance of, in this next phase of your life, choose not to run. And I say choose because the Two of Swords is kind of there. So choose not to run from chaos. Go through it. It might feel heavy in the moment. Do you have a choice with the Two of Swords? You do, by the way. You do have a choice. If you don't feel like you want to go through it, you don't have to. But the faster you go through it, the faster that you heal and the faster that you're reversing this karma. Remember, you have the Judgment card here. You're changing your destiny. You're healing your karma. And that instantly is attracting all of these amazing things in your life. And that's happening already. There's more to come. To unlock them, and they are going to be amazing, you are guided to not run away from the chaos. Remember that it's there for you. It's not there to destroy you. And you being aware of that will liberate you right away. It's like dealing with something intense for 5 days, for example, rather than dealing with the annoyance for 5 years. The annoyance or the difficulties. It is here to strengthen you forever. It's here to make your inner child vibrant and happy. So choose, if you want, choose to just go through it, deal with something once and for all, and release the heaviness. So it's a good thing that it's a choice for you, but your guidance is, hey, there will be. That's why I've got the Nine of Swords here. And that's why you've got picking the pieces together. The cards are now showing us clearly. Up next in your life, as much as you're going to have amazing things right there, there are some things that aren't healed yet, the 7%. So it's kind of like karma assisting you to release it once and for all. It's like that student that studies in 1 week these subjects that are left and getting it over with and finally graduating, or choosing to just study one and spend the next year over one subject. So it's kind of like that. It's like, yes, it's your choice, but we are guiding you to go through it, go through the storm. Be strong, go through the storm. You've got that strength in you because it will really heal you. It will allow you to finish what's left. You've come a long way, only a little bit left. Just remind yourself that this is happening for you and not against you. It's not here to take something from you. It's not here to destroy you or destroy your life. If anything, it's here to give you a happy life. So yeah, that's the guidance that I see. But so much is changing right now in your life. You're going to feel this change of destiny and fortune right away. Yeah, and I wish you the best of luck with that, my dear pile number 3. And I truly hope you've enjoyed your reading. If you have, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel so that you never miss a reading that I upload. And my dear pile number 3, I'll catch you in the next reading. Bye!